On a fun note, Alec Baldwin.
That's what you want to start with?
I guess we can now.
Yeah, spooky episode. It's actually a really scary situation.
Yeah. Like, we're not laughing at the situation. I'm just
it's
laughing
a terrible thing.
the way I just chose, like, this is what we're starting with.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry in advance.
Yeah. If you don't know, on the set of, I don't know if it's a movie, series, show, but
Something.
I think it's called Rust.
Yes.
On the set of Rust, Alec Baldwin was involved in a terrible prop accident where he fired a gun with live rounds and
Nice.
we're getting a lot of looks, but he fired a gun with live rounds and unfortunately it ended up hitting and unaliving a crew member, although she's more than a crew member. I forget.
She was like a production
role.
manager or something like that. Like, she was a bigger...
Helena Hutchins, that's her name.
Yes.
And yeah,
So,
I believe the director was also in. It was hospitalized. We don't know his condition at the moment.
yeah.
But yeah.
So,
Wow.
when this news originally broke, I was like, oh, I feel so bad for him. Because, like, you know, it can't be his fault, you know?
Yeah, it's
He's
not
not
like
in
he
charge
knew.
of checking the gun.
It's way more on the prop master. And
But here's where things kind of started changing. I think he's also an executive producer,
okay.
meaning he's also his own boss.
Okay.
So a lot of people have been starting to blame him, but also looking into legally blaming him for it, because
Yeah.
he also technically supposed to oversee that. And I guess there have been like reports that like some of the cast members have been coming out saying that the set felt unsafe for like months before this.
Oh wow.
Like, this was something that like people already had concerns about the safety of cast members.
Okay. That's disappointing.
Yeah, and I guess it just came out yesterday that the reason there was a live round in it was because the prop gun was being used like on a break to like shoot beer cans.
Oh god. I mean, prop guns aren't really prop guns. They're just guns.
It's a
with
real
blanks.
gun, yeah.
Yeah.
So the point being, they're like, there should be in no way live rounds like on a movie set.
Yeah.
And they were using it to just like play games in their off time, and it ended up leaving somebody killed.
Yeah, it costed someone a life because of their irresponsibility, and it's just all around a shitty situation.
Yeah.
I mean, condolences to the Hutchins family. And,
Definitely.
Honestly, I don't know how Baldwin feels.
Yeah.
Like, just being the
It's just-
guilt.
Yeah, it's one of those things where like that's got to be, you know, something that traumatizes you. I
Yeah.
mean, just knowing that like even if it wasn't directly his fault,
Mm-hmm.
overarching, it is kind of his fault still.
Yeah.
And
I mean, no matter what, he's definitely going to feel some sense of blame. But it's just a matter of how much you attribute to him.
oh.
Someone growled at us.
Yeah. But
It's the type of thing.
even if he wasn't directly responsible, that feeling of just knowing like I pulled the trigger and now she's dead.
Yeah, for sure.
I can't even imagine what that feels like.
Yeah, it's got to be rough.
Yeah.
It reminds me a lot of the Brandon Lee situation. Do you know much about that?
Brandon Lee, I do
That's
not.
Bruce Lee's son.
Okay.
He died on set of The Crow, which is a movie where someone had a live round in a gun and he got hit
Okay.
and died, which is fucking gnarly about like Bruce Lee's whole family and their deaths.
Yeah, I might have heard about that actually. Because I remember either that or it was like another person that was killed by like a crossbow or something on set.
I believe I've heard about that as well, but I think with Brandon Lee being Bruce's son, like that's more analogous.
Yeah.
Or that's been more analogous as far as what people talk about when the whole Baldwin thing comes up.
For sure.
Yeah.
So just a lighthearted way to start the podcast. Just wanted to send our condolences.
Yeah, happy Halloween.